At independence in 1960, Nigeria's population was around 45 million people. Since then, it has more than quadrupled to 210 million in 2020 and is forecast to reach more than 450 million people by 2050. Rapid population growth is one of the biggest hurdles to Nigeria realizing its vast potential. Without a check on population growth and shifts in the economic growth sectors, the country could sink further into poverty instead of taking its place as a continental and global player. Nigeria has made some progress. Per capita income has more than doubled from $2,770 in 1987 to $5,830 in 2019. It could get to $10,890 by 2050. But due to rapid population growth and a lackluster economy, the number of poor people is projected to increase from 87 million in 2019 to peak at about 120 million in 2038, before slowly declining to 100 million by 2050. At this point, Nigeria would have the largest number of poor people globally. Nigeria faces serious social, economic and security challenges. Although the lucrative oil and gas sector contributes over 90% of export earnings and more than half of government revenue, it does little to uplift the majority of Nigerians. Unemployment, inequality and poverty are widespread. How can Nigeria become a global player rather than a poverty capital? Agriculture has the most potential to reduce poverty in the short to medium term. In the long run, diversifying the economy and its exports will make the biggest contribution to growth, income and poverty reduction. Under our Super Nigeria scenario, GDP per capita could reach $22,236 in 2050. That is $11,300 larger than the current path forecast in the same year, $10,890. And the poverty rate could be just 3.8% in 2050 instead of 22%. This means that instead of 100 million Nigerians living in extreme poverty by 2050, the number could be 15 million. The choices made by Nigeria's leaders today will determine if it emerges as Super Nigeria or the world's poverty capital. Read the full report at www.issafrica.org/West Africa Reports.